Hey y'all, it's your girl Asia Cierra, and I am back with another video. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, caress the like button, and share this video with a friend. If you're a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey. We are going to be working through Megan from her Courage to Plans budget sheet. She has a YouTube channel here called Her Courage to Plan, and her Etsy shop is also called Her Courage to Plan. I printed this out, and as you'll see, I did, listen, long story, but I didn't set my printer settings properly, so this is going to be a little off, but it is what it is. Let's just get into the budget. So the first page of this budget plan has your affirmations, your goals, and your big plans. So this page I am actually going to leave blank. I'm not going to go through this with you guys. I'm going to leave this as a little personal thing for me because I want to go deeper than the surface on this, okay? Right here where I blacked out, I printed a bunch of these, well, the whole 12-month calendar, and my printer is acting funky, so I just used the different month. I think this one was from like January. I used the different month, so I'll just put April up here later on. The next page of the budget sheet is your bill payment. So you would basically write your bill expense, the due date, the amount, and then for each month so that you can keep record of what your bills are for the year. This budget workbook is just so amazing. It's amazing. I need to cut these out, but I can't because if you see here, this one I did a full page and this one I didn't. So we'll see how that goes. I might have to redo it, reprint it. But anyway, so for this page, you guys always see me work out of this spread. This is the monthly budget spread, and then there are paycheck spreads. So this is the monthly overview, and then this is the paycheck budget. So like you would do paycheck 1, paycheck 2, paycheck 3, paycheck 4, and so on. So we're going to be working out of this workbook properly this month because this month of April, I really want to tighten up on my budget, okay? So, for the month of April, I am expecting I'm expecting $4,000. So, let's put me, and let's put plans, 4,000. And this is because I do have money left over from my stimulus check. And we are going to use that, okay? So for giving, we'll do the normal. Well, actually, for giving, it's going to be less because there's a whole story behind this. But we're going to plan for $10. For expenses, let me pause this and go and get my March spread so I can write out my expenses. So I went ahead and filled in the expenses that I have for the month of April, and now we're just going to write out our planned amount. So for Fed loans, we are planning $1,000, and anything above that is the minimum that I want to send to them because that is my current debt snowball. Anything above that, we're going to throw it out every week, every Friday, like we've been doing on Fed Loans Friday. If you don't know about Fed Loans Friday, check out my Fed Loans Friday playlist. It's lit. We slaying debt and we're getting it paid so that we can become debt free. USAA, I already know that the actual amount is $288 and some change, so I'm going to put $289 there. AT&T, what I'm going to say about this is this bill is normally, I think, $73, And I ended up going, you guys know my phone is messed up. The speakers on both of my phones are messed up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need a new phone. But I do not want to pay $1,000 for a new phone because I'm not putting it on installments. So I went on my app and realized that somehow I ended up with insurance again because I know how I ended up with it, but I can't talk about that. But it's I ended up with insurance on my phone again. So guess what? I filed a claim for it. $149 it cost me to get a new phone. So in 2 days I will have a new phone. So let's do the math. 149 plus 70, I think it's 73, but we're gonna plan for 75. So 224 is what this bill would be. FPL, this bill is creeping up on me, so I'm going to budget for $90. It's actually really hot outside, so this AC is running, okay? Rent, $0. I don't pay for rent. I don't pay the rent. My husband does. We do budget separate. Water, every pay period, I am paying $50 to my water bill. I want that to build up as a credit on my account. Hulu. So this is a new one. Hulu, one person in my family was paying for Hulu and we were just chipping in to help make that payment. That person ended up getting, I guess, like a Hulu deal or whatever. So they have been paying the Hulu bill for 3 years or 4 years. And my mom actually just canceled her cable. So I told her about Hulu and Hulu Live. So she likes Hulu. So I decided to, and we were using my mom's Xfinity account for maybe like 3 years, her login. So I decided to go ahead and start paying for Hulu for people that have blessed us over the years. And it's a big expense. However, I have a plan. It's $85 a month for Hulu Live, unlimited TV, and Hulu. So I want to lower this, and I'm gonna get this lower because my renter's insurance is at $100,000 liability, and I realized that I can bring this down to $50,000 is my requirement for where we live. So I will be lowering this to kind of wash this out, and then I'm gonna figure out other ways that I can wash this out or bring in more income so that I can well, my dad's gonna help me pay for this. So I'm technically only going to be paying like $40 a month, and my dad's gonna pay the other $45. However, I'm just still I'm still going to budget $85 because he hasn't canceled his cable yet. So I'm gonna plan accordingly. SunPass, I want to go ahead and add another $25 to my SunPass. So now for goals. I want to focus on my budget. So for this month, I really want to take a really close look at my budget because I've been very laid back, and I know I can be a lot more strict on my budget. So I'm going to really be strict on my budget for the month of April so that I can throw as much money at my Fed loans, which leads me into my next goal. I want to pay $1,700 towards my student loans this month. And then the last goal is for my savings. I haven't talked about my savings in a long time, and that's because with my savings, last year I had $50 per paycheck coming out of my check. Every single check. 2020. This year, I have increased that to $150 per month. But I want to throw another add $200. So I want to add another $200 to my savings for the month of April. So that would mean that $350 would be going to my savings for the month of April. And this is because since I've been so laser focused on my student loans, I don't neglect my savings, but I want to still add more to my savings periodically. So you guys will see that every now and then. So for savings, which would be my sinking funds. Okay, well, let's just put savings here. And let's put planned 200. And let's put sinking funds here. And we'll put the amount there. Now let's see where we are. So that leaves me with $2,227 left to budget. That's a lot of money. We're going to do envelopes. So we'll just do regular cash envelopes. Y'all know I can't spell, so. For sinking funds, let's do $600. And for cash envelopes, we're gonna beef this up because because I want to be very, very strict on my budget for the month of April. I want to stuff all of my categories so that I actually see where my money is going, so that I'm not taking from one envelope when I could just be adding more to it, and vice versa. So let's do cash envelopes. I think normally we do like $200 for, no, it has to be like $400. I'm gonna do $600 for my cash envelopes. So let's subtract 600, and then let's subtract another 600, and that's $1,027 that will be left over. And I'm not gonna make this a every dollar budget right now, only because I'm revamping my budget for the month of April. So like this $1,027 might end up being paid to between Fed loans and savings, but for right now, I'm gonna leave this $1,027 because I really, really, really want to tighten up my budget and be smart about it, because this is the leftover money that I have from my taxes. This is a paycheck. This is my stimulus check. Like, I know I did one part of my stimulus check already. This is the second part of my stimulus check because I had money sitting in my bank account. So this is what we're going to work with for now. I know this is a different type of paycheck budget with me, but hopefully throughout the month of April, I will be staying on top, doing weekly updates, because Megan has this sheet here. So that's the cash envelope breakdown. So I'll be using this. That's the cash breakdown slip. So this is what I would give to the teller when I go and withdraw money from the bank. And this right here, this is the weekly check-in sheet that Megan has on this worksheet. And this is what I really, really, really want to work with and focus on for this month of April. And trying to get in good habit of looking at my budget more often, not just spending without writing everything down and updating all of my cash envelopes and things like that. And then there's a cash envelope tracker for the month of April, transaction tracker to keep up with where my money is going, sinking funds tracker to keep up with my sinking funds, savings fund tracker to keep up with my savings, and then debt payoff tracker. This is another one I took from a different month. So this would more than likely just be for my Fed loans. And then we have a reflection page. So this is what we're working with, guys. I'm not going to fill in the bottom as I normally do not do. But I just want more money going to Fed loans. And I know that I have the money that I can send more money to Fed loans. I just need to tighten up my budget more and not spend just sporadically and crazy. So I know that you guys know that I've been throwing a lot of money at my Fed loans, but there is so much more that I can send, and we're going to tighten this budget up so that we can do that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like this video, please share it with a friend. Leave comments down below and tell me if you have been very lenient with your budget. Tell me that so I don't feel bad. Let me know if there is room in your budget to tighten up a little bit more and just focus more on this budget for the second quarter of the year. Thank you guys so much, and I love you. See you in the next video. Bye.